Hello everyone and welcome to our open evening for Banbury Aspirations Campus Sixth Form. It's wonderful to be able to talk to you all about our sixth form and what we're proud of and why we think it's a great place for students to learn. I am sorry that we're not able to do this in the normal fashion. However, I hope that this virtual event will give you the opportunity to see the amazing things that are on offer at our sixth form and to give you the opportunity to learn a little bit more about it. There will be a live follow-up Q&A session that we will plan for anyone who has any questions following the event today. So that will be happening live and we will send you more details of that. You will need to sign up for that with your email address so that we can invite you to that virtual meeting. Okay, I'd like to start with talking about our motto in our sixth form, our community, our responsibility, our future. This is really, really important to us because although we are an Ofsted outstanding sixth form and we're incredibly proud of that and the amazing results that the students achieve, it is about much more than that, being a really successful sixth form. And our motto really embodies the values that we think are really important. And it was the students that actually generated this themselves, and they try and live by this every day in everything that they do. So we really feel strongly about this and we refer to it in lots of our assemblies and in our everyday life as part of our sixth form community. Our sixth form campus truly is a wonderful community, and that's really important to us. It's a campus community of learning. Learning is absolutely paramount, and what goes on in the classroom is absolutely sacrosanct, and we really feel strongly about that. So we have high quality teaching going on in all lessons. We have highly skilled A-level teachers that teach their subject areas, and that is a priority at our school, and we get support for that from all of the staff and all of the senior teachers at the school. It is a community of support. We have our welfare officer, Miss King. We also have a weekly drop-in session with a nurse for our sixth form students. We also have well-being sessions that we run on a Friday. So it's really important that we support students to be really successful because it can be a really stressful time being in sixth form. There's a lot of pressure, particularly now with the COVID situation as it currently stands. Students are finding that they're really struggling. Some are struggling with their mental health, and it's really important that we have support in place so that students feel that they're really cared for and that nurture is there, and that's really important to us. No student is going to be successful if they don't have that supportive community to get them to that point. We also feel quite strongly about being outward facing and being as involved in the Banbury community as much as we can. We do volunteering projects out in the community. One of the pictures on the slides here of the students at the park, they actually renovated that area and painted all of that equipment. So we have lots of things going on in the Banbury community, and we also work with employers as well, and try and do all we can really to ensure that we are giving back to that community that has helped the students to get to where they are today, and that is really important to us too. We also think that it's very important that students develop their sense of responsibility over the 2 years that they are with us, and that is really important to us in ensuring that they go out into the world as educated citizens, ambitious and kind of primed for success really. So there are certain things that we do in sixth form to ensure that we get to that point with students. We have sixth form committees, we have marketing, we have charity fundraising committees, and that ensures that students can get involved in doing things outside of the classroom, so it gives them that enriching experience, but also gives them the opportunity to develop their leadership skills in leading a group, organising and planning events, all of that sort of thing. This year's been slightly different because of the COVID restraints, but hopefully we'll be back to normal September 2021. But all Year 12 students also have a leadership role across the school, whether that's running a club, doing reading with the younger students in mentor time or lunchtime, or doing something that enables them to lead a group and develop their leadership skills effectively. We also encourage students to develop their independent learning skills, as obviously that's really important for a sixth form student. They do have study periods that they need to learn how to use effectively, and we do some training, some workshops on that at the beginning of Year 12. And every Year 12 student also does a week's work experience at any point across the school year, as long as it doesn't clash with any exams. And we support them to organise that themselves by sending professional emails, developing their CVs, writing letters of application, that kind of thing. So we don't do it for students. It's really important that students develop that ownership over their own planning for the future, but we just put as much support in as possible to make sure that they get there. We also offer a planning for the future day in the autumn term, where we have about 10 visiting professionals come in, and we work with them on developing our students' professional behaviours, but also they have the opportunity to have a mock interview and get some feedback from that. And that always proves to be a really successful event in ensuring that students step up and start to think about the kind of adult that they want to be, the kind of grown-up that they want to be, and where this time in sixth form might be going, where it might be taking them. And that's really important, that they have a goal, or at least an idea of why they're studying the subjects that they are. Otherwise, it can be quite demotivating if you don't know why you're doing it and where you're going with it. You don't need to know what job you want to do. The students might not even know where they want to go at the end of year 13, but at least start thinking about it and planning for it, so that they have that motivation to come into school every day and work really hard on the A levels that they've chosen. Our Year 12 students start planning for the future as soon as they begin with us in September. So this will be September 2021 for the incoming intake. And it's really important that we do that from the very beginning, so that students can make informed choices about what they would like to do when they leave us in Year 13 and have plenty of time to plan for that. So we do a lot of work with students on considering what they would like to do and doing the research into that and helping them to prepare for that. We work with employers to ensure that students have a really informed view of what that employer landscape looks like. We also support them with their UCAS applications very early on. So UCAS is the online tool used to apply for university, and we ensure that students have lots of support with preparing for that. We also ensure that if there are any summer schools, any placements that students can apply for, that we advertise that early on in Year 12, so that students have the best possible chance of getting those competitive places. And that's really important if students want to make a competitive application to a Russell Group University or an Oxbridge application. All of that needs to be established early on in Year 12 so that they have enough time to plan and prepare for that. But of course, we also help students prepare for apprenticeship applications, because we have a large number of students that go on to do apprenticeships or degree apprenticeships. So we ensure that some of our drop-down days in Year 12 are devoted to that. And like I said, we work closely with employers to support students in that area. We also offer the Duke of Edinburgh Awards, so students that wish to continue that, if they've done the Bronze Duke of Edinburgh in Year 11, or they are starting that for the first time. So we try and offer as much as we can to give students that enriching experience that ensures that they stand out when it comes to applying for apprenticeships or for university places. And we also feel quite strongly that trips and visits are really important. Lots of schools don't do that now, but we see that as being a really important part of their programme in developing that young person, that full experience of sixth form. So we've had trips on offer to Iceland, New York for a literature trip, Barcelona for languages, and we offer also the trip to NASA for a small group of students in Year 12, where they get to actually meet astronauts and work on some of the skills that will benefit them in their studies of science when they return to school. So lots of exciting trips and visits go on in our sixth form, and we're quite proud of our offer in that respect. And we really want to keep that going. Obviously, this year it's been rudely interrupted with all the COVID restraints, but we're hopeful that September 2021, everything that we would offer would normally be on offer again. In terms of curriculum information, we offer a 2-year pathway for students. Typically, students will study 3 A-level subjects. If there are students that would like to study a 4th subject, we will consider that for exceptional candidates, but that will need to be discussed at interview. We also offer some technical subjects and BTEC subjects such as engineering, health and social care and business. So this really complements the programme for some students who would prefer not to have a 100% exam across all of their subjects, and also if they're considering going on to a business, finance or engineering apprenticeship. So that is something that is quite unique for our school. We're also very excited this year that we're going to be introducing a musical theatre course that is worth 2 A-levels. So very attractive to students that want to specialize in drama, dance and music, and then they can take one additional A-level alongside that, such as English literature, to really enhance their portfolio for whatever they would like to do when they leave sixth form. So that is really exciting. So please do listen to Miss White's presentation about the new musical theatre qualification. We also offer something that is quite unique, the Aspirations Employability Diploma in Year 12, where students study for a few hours every week on developing their employability skills, working on real-life projects with employers to hone those skills that employers say students don't have, like the ability to present effectively, work in a group, problem solve, manage a budget, meet deadlines, all of those sorts of things. Absolutely crucial and really useful to students when it comes to applying to university and applying for any apprenticeship placements that they would like to work towards. We also offer the extended project qualification, which is worth half an A-level. Students start this in the summer of Year 12 and move into Year 13 with this. It is not compulsory. We normally have a group of about 12 to 15 students who do this. It's like a dissertation style project, so they could choose what it is that they would like to do their EPQ on. For example, we've had a geography student in the past do a research project on earthquakes in Japan. So students take an issue, an area of society that they really feel quite interested in or they feel strongly about, and then they devise a critical kind of research question around that. And then they do lots of research, a really challenging research project around that, where they then have to write a report and present that. So really important skills to develop, and students look very favourably on any students that do the EPQ. So it is a good thing to do if you want to set yourself apart from everyone else when you're applying for a very top university. In addition to all the enrichment and opportunities that we offer students, of course, I'm sure you are very interested in the ultimate outcome for students, which are the results that they achieve by the end of Year 13. We are very proud of the fact that year on year we achieve excellent results at the school, down to the fantastic teaching and the commitment of the students and everybody involved in the sixth form team. So for summer 2020, again, we have an excellent set of results. I'm particularly proud of our top end, because every year, even though this was an unusual year, every year our B plus students who achieve B grades or above is always very high, and that shows the level of challenge that we provide for students and the opportunities that we provide for them to really reach the top grades. So every single student achieved grades in their subjects, which we are very proud of, and that is something that historically has been the case at this school. So yeah, these figures just highlight really for me the level of ambition and commitment and dedication that our students demonstrate, and also our staff. And that's something that I think historically has always been a factor of our sixth form, and something that we are very proud of. So you can be assured that we will do everything we can to ensure that you get the best possible grades for whatever it is that you would like to do beyond Year 13. These are just a few of our notable achievements from summer 2020, just to highlight the fact that we're very proud of our students and the results that they achieve, and they go on to do all sorts of things. So C. Walker has now left us to go to an apprenticeship at the National Audit Office, a very prestigious apprenticeship. And so has L. Middleton, has also moved on to a very prestigious apprenticeship. So it's not just universities that these top students move on to, which is really important, because university isn't for everybody. But we also have students that have left us to study psychology at universities such as Durham and Warwick. So we are very proud of the wide range of pathways that our students move on to following their time with us. So what are the next steps for anyone who is interested in being part of this fantastic community? So you can apply now to secure a conditional place for September 2021. Please check the prospectus carefully for the entry requirements for certain subjects. You need to have 5 GCSEs, grade 4 or above to start with, and then of course you have your subjects that you have chosen, where there'll be specific entry requirements for those subjects, very often grade 6 or above. So it's really important that students work towards that as a benchmark. it is very unlikely that students with grade 4s are going to be as successful at A-level as we would like them to be. It's very important that they strive for the highest grades they possibly can to make that transition to sixth form a much smoother one. So please do check the prospectus carefully for those individual entry requirements. We're going to interview students in 2 rounds. So if students want to apply now, they can be interviewed before Christmas in order to secure a conditional place for September. And then we will also be opening a second round of applications and interviews in February 2021, so that by March we have an idea of how many students we'll be receiving in that incoming September. You can apply for sixth form via the school website, Wickham Park Academy website, or you can apply by picking up a paper copy of the application form from Miss White, or emailing her so that she can leave some at reception at Wickham Park Academy. So if you are currently a student at Wickham Park Academy, there will be application forms in reception, and I will make sure there are some at Futures Institute School too. If you are a student from another school, please use our website and navigate that to find the electronic application form. But at any point, if you would like more information or help with that form, please email kwhite at wickhampark-aspirations.org. The email is in the prospectus, or myself, Carly Berry, the head of sixth form, cberry at wickhampark-aspirations.org. And if everything I have said aligns with your values and what you think is really important in A-level study, and if you're interested in success and an amazing experience in the final 2 years of education before you move on to your next pathway, then please do apply and let us know if you have any questions. Many thanks.